Hello everyone, in today's video I'll be showing you this veggie or vegetable patties that I made, and it is so delicious everyone, and I made my dipping sauce as well. All the ingredients is gonna be included in the description down below, so just keep on watching till the end, and thank you so much for your time being here. Enjoy! Alright everyone, let's start chopping our carrots. This is how I normally chop my carrots when I want it to be in little pieces. So just be careful slicing, because you don't want to cut your fingers. So now let's cut this in a thin piece and then chop it. This is the easy way to chop your carrots into little pieces. And if you have a food processor, you can probably use that as well, but I rather cut my carrots the way I'm doing it because it's a good practice. Really, it's more work. So I will just finish cutting these carrots and then we'll proceed to the next one. Alright, now everyone, let's work on our potatoes. So I didn't peel the skin of the potatoes. What I did is I just washed the potatoes really good. That way I can use the skin and to add more flavor on these vegetable patties. So the same thing, I just cut this in slant and cut them in little strip and then start chopping. When you do the potato like this, everyone, it's easier for it to cook when you boil this, because after I cut these vegetables, I have to boil this. And most of the vegetables that I'm going to be boiling, I'm probably going to boil them for about 4 to 5 minutes, and then the potato is probably about 8 minutes, because the potato takes a long time to cook. So I'm just going to continue cutting the potatoes, and let's move on to the next one. Alright everyone, for my cabbage, I thought I was doing a video, but apparently I didn't. So I just chopped this into little pieces, and just make sure that I don't have any big lumps of cabbage. That way it's easier for me to make a patties. So I'm just gonna put this aside. And so we'll do the ginger. I'm just doing a little bit of ginger, and then peel the skin and then chop it. This is about 1 inch of the ginger, and just slice them and then start chopping them up. The ginger gives a really good flavor to this vegetable, so that's why I'm using it. And before I chop my ginger, everyone, I didn't want my potatoes to be brown, so I put water in a bowl and add my potatoes before it starts to darken, because the potato will change its color if you don't soak it in water. So now let's just put this aside once we finish putting all the potatoes in the bowl. So now let's start chopping our ginger. You can chop all the vegetables or the ginger however you want, but I like it to be as tiny. That way it's easier for me to form patties. Alright, now let's start our onions. I'm using a medium to small size onion because I don't really have to have not that much of onions on these patties. Just peel the skin off and start chopping. Alright everyone, let's work on our scallion. So I have three stacks of scallion or green onions in here. I washed this one before I chop it. So make sure that you wash everything before you start chopping your vegetables. So just chop this into little pieces and then put them aside. Alright, now let's work on our green beans. So with my green beans, everyone, I'm just peeling the end of the green beans. That way make sure it's, this little string won't be included. And make sure that you also wash your green beans. And after I take off all the ends of the green beans, I just chop this into little pieces, just like I did with the other vegetables. So finally everyone, I am done chopping all my vegetables. So these are the ingredients that I'm gonna be using to make these vegetable patties. This is a really easy patties that your kids and family will enjoy it. So the potatoes, as you know, this has been soaking in the water for a little while because I want to maintain that white color. I'll be using salt to season and garlic salt as well and black pepper. And of course the carrots, I end up using 2 carrots, and then my ginger, the chopped onions, the scallion, the green beans, and then the cabbage. And also everyone, we're gonna end up using 3 eggs instead of 2. And then you also need oil for frying on this. So on this skillet right here, I'm gonna boil my vegetables, the cabbage and the carrots and the green beans. And so the water is boiling, we're gonna add our carrots, our cabbage, and our green beans. And we're gonna boil the potato on a different pan, everyone, because the potato will take a while. We're gonna bring this to boil and boil this for about 3 to 4 minutes. We don't really need to overcook the vegetables. Alright everyone, the water for our potato is boiling, so let's go ahead and add our potatoes. And we're gonna bring this to boil and boil it for about 8 to 10 minutes or until the potato is tender. Alright everyone, our vegetable is done cooking. I'll let this simmer for about 4 to 5 minutes. And now let's drain this, or if you have a strainer, just scoop the vegetables and transfer this in a bowl. Our potatoes is done as well, so let's go ahead and turn off the heat and drain the potatoes and add this to the bowl where we added the rest of the vegetables. So in this bowl everyone, I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients, the scallion, the onions, the ginger, and we're gonna also put the salt and pepper and the eggs. Once you add all the ingredients everyone, make sure that you mix this very well before adding the flour or anything else. Alright everyone, we're gonna need one more egg as I mentioned earlier. So just add it in there, and we're also gonna be adding 1/2 cup of gluten-free flour. But you are welcome to use whatever flour you want, but since I'm allergic to gluten, I always use the gluten-free. But you can use whichever you prefer. And season it with a little bit of salt, maybe 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And just mix this one until all the ingredients are well combined. Alright everyone, I've been mixing this for about a minute and I think this is all good. So let's get ready on cooking these patties. So I'll be using almond oil. You can use whatever oil you want, but since all I have is the almond oil, that's what I'm gonna be using. So I'm gonna add about 5 tablespoons in this skillet, not that much, or you can use you can start with 4 tablespoons and then add more later if you need more oil. So now we're gonna start adding our patties. You can make this patty as big as you want or as little as you want, but this size I made is about 2 ice cream scoop, so it's just perfect. So just keep forming patties and add them as it goes to the skillet, and let this cook for about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. So everyone, I was not able to take a video when I was flipping the patties because I was my camera battery died, and it's really hard to hold with the cell phone while flipping the patties. But I cooked this for about 4 to 5 minutes, and this is the color. It's brownish in the back. And I also made a dipping sauce, which I'm gonna include the recipe or the ingredients in the description, because this dipping sauce is really delicious to go with this. And here is my vegetable patties, everyone. It is very delicious, and you can pair this with rice or some salad. So I hope that you enjoy this vegetable patties, and if you have any recipe requests, don't forget to leave a comments below, everyone. And this is the presentation with the sauce included. This is the pineapple sauce, and it is really good. It went perfect with this vegetable patties. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to give us a big thumbs up and subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed. Bye bye everyone. I will see you all again on our next video. Have a great day.